So now this is how I would rank a Google Business Profile for a indoor golf simulator business. So the first thing we're going to talk about for the Google Business Profile on a indoor golf simulator is your primary category. So the primary category for a indoor golf simulator business needs to be indoor golf course. We do not want to be a golf club, golf course builder, golf driving range, golf instructor, golf shop, miniature golf course, private golf course, public golf course, or disc golf course. So there are a total of 12 different golf related primary category businesses that you can be, and you want to be a indoor golf course. This is one of the first things that I will check. It's one of the services that is offered in my SEO done for you is we're going to look at your primary category and make sure that it is matching or it is congruent with the main services or the products that your business offers. So for an indoor golf simulator business, it's going to be indoor golf course. Now, if you offer instruction services or instructor services, then that's when it's going to be a secondary category. But the primary is going to be indoor golf course. For the secondary, if you offer that golf instructor, that's what you can put as well. If this primary category is wrong, what's going to happen is when someone goes into Google and searches indoor golf near me, then your Google Business Profile is less likely to appear in the 3-pack. What does that mean? So over 50% or close to 50% of the traffic when someone searches for a local intent term like indoor golf near me, almost 50% of the traffic goes to these first 3 positions. If your primary category is not correct or does not match your actual services or products that you offer, then you're not going to appear in this 3-pack. It's going to hurt your rankings. You're also going to start appearing way lower down here, and you're going to get less and less of the traffic that you normally would if you were in this top 3 position. So now, when you're going to name, or this is what I will tell my clients to do, is when we're naming the Google Business Profile for a indoor golf simulator business, we're going to want to have a keyword in the name. So what this would look like is you'd rather have just golf in the name, or we can also do indoor golf. You can do golf sim. You can do golf simulator. Now, if you don't have one of a keyword or one of these keywords in the name of your Google Business Profile, and it's not in your LLC documents or your incorporation documents, then what you can do is you can file a do business as with the state, like 40 or maybe $60. So then you can start operating under a different name. You can do business as and include these keywords in the name. When you do this, what's going to happen is when somebody is searching for indoor golf, this is going to show Google that your Google Business Profile is more relevant and should start placing higher in search, right? So we're going to start placing in this first, second, or third position, or maybe you're currently in the 6th, but now after you do that, you start placing in the 4th. This is not a guarantee that you're going to start ranking in these top 3 positions, but it's going to help you start getting closer to being in those top 3 positions. This is going to help better match your Google Business Profile to these keywords when people are searching for the service or product that you offer, like indoor golf or indoor golf simulator. an example of this is my name's Chris. So what I could do is I could do Chris's indoor golf, right? This would be a great example of what you could do. So now how I would do citations for a indoor golf simulator business. So first off, a citation is anything that lists your name, address, phone number. Anytime you're placing information about your business, these three things have to remain consistent. For my clients, often what I'll have to do is I'll have to do a citation cleanup where I go through all of these and edit them to make sure they're consistent. Or if they haven't built them, I will go out and build them for them. What you want to go and build on is your Better Business Bureau or BBB. We've also got getting a Yelp listing. You've got your local chamber listings. Then you've also got Apple Maps. You've also got Bing Maps. You also have MapQuest. So all of these are citations because they list the name of the business, they list the address of the business, and they also have the phone number. What you also want to have is a link going back to your website as an indoor golf simulator business. Then you also have your social profiles and the 7 that you want, because these are all the 7 that your Google business profile will allow you to link to, are going to be LinkedIn. You've got TikTok, you have Instagram, you've got Facebook, you've got YouTube, you've got Pinterest, and then you've also got X or Twitter. And again, even on these 7 social profiles, we need a consistent name, address, and phone number. So these are where I would get my golf simulator business or indoor golf simulator business listed with citations, or this is what I would build for my client. If they already had these built, then I would go through and make sure that the name, address, and phone number are all consistent. These are the 7 Google Business Profile social listings I would set up for my indoor golf simulator business. Or if I had a client that didn't already have these are the ones that I would get set up for them. So these 7, whenever you go to set up your Google Business Profile, what you'll see is that you're allowed to link to only 7. So these 7 are the ones that are mandatory to get. So the first one, you've got LinkedIn. You've also got Facebook, have YouTube. Before we go into the other ones, you're going to want to also link to your other social profiles. On YouTube, you can also link to these other 7 as well, and you can link back to your website. YouTube is another Google property. So after YouTube, we've got Instagram. We've also got the TikTok. We have X or Twitter. And then you also have Pinterest. So these are the 7 that you need on your Google Business Profile. On each of these 7, we need to maintain a consistent and you also need to include a link back to your site. So in your bio or your about section, you need to make sure that you have a consistent name, address, phone number, and link going back to your website. Even if you don't plan on consistently posting on these platforms, we still need to go and make these social listings so that all of the AIs or all the LLMs, Google, and the other search engines can go and find these social listings, get a whole bunch of more information about who we are. We're building up those references, right? Because we have 7 other references about our business on these social platforms that show we're a real business. They also tell all these AIs, these LLMs, where we serve from our address, right? We also get multiple listings or references to the name of our business, our phone number as well. So whenever someone near us goes and searches for indoor golf simulator near me, whether that's in Google or if that's in these AIs or LLMs, we're going to start appearing in those search terms. For Facebook and Instagram specifically, if you set it up to where when you post on Instagram or when you post on Facebook, it will repurpose for you. It will, when you upload to Instagram, it will post on your Facebook profile page as well, so that you're not having to also go and create or log into Facebook as well. So you can get 2 posts with just 1 post. Another thing you can consider doing is that there are some of these third-party platforms that allow you to schedule posts. So that is something else to consider. When we're posting, we also want to include our keyword. Not only that, we also want to start linking back to our site. So if we launch a new blog page on our indoor golf simulator business website, or we launch a new service, then we want to have links that are going back to those new services or those new pages as Google, as these search engines, or as these AIs or LLMs start crawling these social profiles. They're going to find all of this information, right? All of this keyword dense information or just normal information about our business. They're going to follow that link back to our newly created service, our newly created blog, and then that's going to be referenced, or that's going to be crawled by them and placed into their knowledge base or their knowledge graph about us as a business. So for photos and videos on an indoor golf simulator Google Business Profile, we want to have a high photo count. This high photo count is going to show more interactions with our Google Business Profile from the owners, which are going to help the Google Business Profile rank for when people are searching for those indoor golf questions or services that they're looking for, right? So that's going to help push our listing into these top 3 positions. 50% or close to 50% of all traffic for local search intent queries or keywords, 50% of that traffic goes to those first 3 Google Business Profile map listings. So when someone searches for indoor golf near me, we want to rank in those positions, right? So having a high photo count will help. This photo count can come from people leaving reviews and taking photos and uploading them with their review content. This can also come from us uploading a ton of photos and getting our photo count up. Not only that, then we also want to get videos are also a ranking factor that will help our Google Business Profile get into that top 3 map pack. Not only that, these are a huge conversion. These will help convert people to clicking on our listings. They can go on the profile. They can see all of the photos, all the videos, all the other people that had a good time using our indoor golf simulator, right? And so not only will it help the profile rank higher, but then this is also a huge conversion factor as well. For services and descriptions on a indoor golf simulator business, Google Business Profile, if I was setting up my own, or if I had a client that owned one of these, this is what I would do. I would get lessons listed as a service on there as well. Not only that, we're going to do some keyword variations. We're going to get private lessons. Now, if my client didn't offer these, then I would not have these listed on the Google Business Profile. But if they did, then these services would go under the secondary category of golf instructor, right? Because the primary category is indoor golf course. So these would go under this golf instructor. Same with this indoor video or swing analysis as well as a service. Then I would also start getting in the keyword, right? As a service under the primary category. I would also start doing some keyword variation as well. So we would do golf indoor as well. You could also add sim. You could do simulator. The whole purpose of this is that whenever someone goes and searches for these services that we offer, what we want to happen is our Google Business Profile to start appearing in this top 3 spots for these services. If you don't have these services listed on the Google Business Profile, then what's going to happen is rather your profile is going to start appearing lower, right? You're going to fall out of that 3-pack and you're going to get less and less traffic or clicks or calls. Not only that, there's a chance where your profile just will not show up at all. Someone is searching for a indoor golf video analysis, but you don't have that listed as a service on your Google Business Profile. So Google doesn't know that you offer that as a service. Now, after we listed the service, right? We did lessons or we did private lessons. We're going to want to go behind them each individually and then add a 2 to 3 description for each of them, just simply explaining what the service or the product is, and then hit save, and then that's it. So the attributes on the Google Business Profile for a indoor golf simulator business are really important to help the Google Business Profile rank, right? So what you want to do is for each, so if you have free parking, then for each of these, you need to go back into the profile, you need to edit it, then you need to scroll down that list and go down each of them and hit yes or no, right? We've got what types of payments do you offer or what types of payments do you accept? Do you require an appointment? Do you have free parking? So you need to go down each and every single one of these. This is something that I do for my clients is I will go and I will answer all of these questions for them on their Google Business Profile. So you need to go and answer all of these as well to ensure your Google Business Profile is properly optimized. So as an indoor golf simulator business, you do not want a service area profile. This is going to hurt your rankings or your position in search. And what I mean when I say that is if someone goes into Google and searches for indoor golf simulator near me, what you get are these packs, right? This is called the 3-pack. So this is what it looks like when you search. What's going to happen is if you are a service area based profile, you're going to start placing lower and lower in the search results. What happens is that you're going to get less directions. You're going to get less people interacting with your Google Business Profile because it is ranked so low. There's a study done where 50% of the traffic, when someone searches for something locally, goes to the 3-pack, those 3 Google Business Profile that appear. The first position gets 17%, the second position gets 15%, and the third position gets 15%. So already being below the third position, you're fighting for half of the traffic. That doesn't include the traffic that goes to the web results. When you search in Google and you look at those websites, the URLs, right? That does not include that. So the web results and you being below the third position, you're fighting for the remaining traffic, especially if someone is searching for indoor golf simulator and they put the keyword near me at the end of it. This is going to severely impact your rankings. Now, what you want to do is you want to be a verified address. And what that means is that when you set up your profile, there's going to be a little button that says show address to customers. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that is turned on. That says yes. Simply doing this is going to severely help you start getting higher and higher placements in the 3-pack when people are searching for indoor golf simulator near me or other indoor golf services or products that you offer. This is something that I advise all of my clients to do is to always be a verified address location. This is something that I will rather help them set up, or this is something that we will move them over from a service area based profile to a verified address. So doing competitive analysis for an indoor golf simulator business, we want to look at their total review count. We also are going to want to look at the name. Do they have a keyword in the name of their Google Business Profile? Are they a service area based profile, or are they a verified address? Then we're going to look and see, okay, are they posting on the Google Business Profile? How often are they posting on the Google Business Profile? Then there are other things or other factors we will also look at, but these are the main ones. If I have a client and we did a competitor analysis, we see that the other locations have a higher review count, then we would start doing a review campaign, start generating more reviews. Rather, we email or text previous people that have used the product or service and be like, hey, could you please leave us a review? Here's the QR code. Here is the link to make it as frictionless as possible. Maybe we start buying some of those Google cards to where it has that little NFC tag to where they just tap their phone to it, and then it sends them the link to easily leave a Google review. If the name of my client's Google Business Profile doesn't have a keyword in it, but all of our competitors do, this is when I would advise to get a DBA and start placing the keyword in the name of the business so that we can update the Google Business Profile to then now have that keyword in it. If my client, or if you are on a service area based profile, you're going to want to immediately switch over to a verified address no matter what. It doesn't matter what your competitors are doing. This is something that you always want, is to be a verified address on your Google Business Profile. Then for posts, we're going to look at, okay, what is their frequency? What is their cadence of posting on their Google Business Profile? What I always recommend my clients do is they post 2 to 3 times a week. With these posts, we're going to target very specific keywords. Not only that, what we're going to do is we're going to link back to our money pages, our service pages. With that as well, if we upload a new blog or if we upload really any new page, we're going to link to it, because what this does is it's going to help get the page indexed or crawled by Google so that it starts appearing in search. This is going to help with our overall indexing rate, but that's something else. So we're going to post and we're going to try to either meet their cadence or we're going to try to beat their cadence.